Hey everybody, Nick back here with my new comics for the last 2 weeks. Sorry about the lateness of this video. I've been super busy and just haven't had time, and I was sick a lot of last week with a pretty decent flu, so I didn't get a chance especially to get in front of the camera. It would have been terrible. And I have So yeah, my new books for the last 2 weeks. Not too many, not too many really. I'll probably have my next back issue up probably within the next few days or so. So let's get on to the books. Um, First up on the X-Men 26. Sorry about all this glare. That's really bad. Was a pretty cool issue. I liked. It was a little bit of interaction with Jean and Old Scott, and I always love a bit of X-23. The more more Laura, the better. Really, that's what I think. Yeah, and I liked that random interaction with Mystique. I did stop getting Uncanny X-Men, which I might go back to picking up. I'm not sure. I wasn't enjoying it, but it was starting to drop off, so that's why I dropped it. So I think I'm probably missing a little bit of that, but we'll see. So that's the last. Next, Avengers World number 5. I did say I was maybe going to drop this, but when I saw that it was a Manifold issue, I thought I'd pick it up because I find him really interesting. I've never really, I've only read him since Hickman's been doing the Avengers. So to have one issue all about him, I definitely wanted to get it, especially since he's an Aboriginal Australian. So it's cool, a bit of representation from Australia and for the Aboriginal culture. In such a mainstream way in the Avengers. And he's a cool character too. He's definitely a cool character. I think if there's a teleporter, Manifold's one of the coolest teleporters there is. You gotta say. That's badass. Next we'll go with Serenity number 4. This series, Serenity Leaves in the Wind, has been great. I like this cover, it's really cool. There's Zoe kicking ass. Yeah, and there's not much to say about this other than it's really awesome. The art is solid, the writing is solid. It's never gonna live up to Firefly, but it's solid. And they're bringing back a lot of these characters, tying up loose ends, all that sort of stuff. So that was always cool. Alright, so next up, I'm sorry, I have an ad coming up on YouTube in the background. Sorry about that. Okay, done. So we'll have silence for the next 28 seconds while it runs out. No, there we go. Here we go. Sorry guys. Sorry about that. The big one. Amazing Spider-Man number 1. Volume 3. Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I've always thought that calling everything after 99 Volume 2, even though they're reverted back to the original numbers, I've always found it iffy because you can almost call Volume 2 that block where they restarted the numbers and then just it goes kind of back to Volume 1, but whatever, Volume 3. I think it was good. It wasn't anything, super spectacular. Didn't really expect anything super spectacular. But it was good. It was good. Good to see. It's just great to see Pete back in the uniform. And all the little stories setting up little separate things in the back is cool. It's kind of like Pete doing like little run-arounds to make sure everything's fine while he's been gone. And also, you've got a thing with Miguel with now it's Spider-Man 2099 coming up. A lot of stuff for new readers. All the stuff with Felicia, and I've got to say, swipe for that issue of what is it? Catwoman. Catwoman. I always forget. I think it's like 55. Anyway, it's like this is a carbon copy of that cover where she's holding the lost numbers. So yeah, I picked it up straight away. it doesn't help that Felicia and Catwoman, Black Cat and Catwoman do the same thing. You know, they look exactly the same. So yeah. And I did like the stuff with Electro. It's so obvious that you're only using him as the villain. They're only using him as the villain for to tie in with the movie. But I like Electro, so it's not a big, I don't care. And this whole like thing with all the douchebags of the name of the above their name, like trying to pan out, and he can just be like, yeah, no, I could smash it. So then, he's thinking about, and the callback to New Avengers 1 where breaks out, or is it 1 or 2? I think it's 1, yeah, where he or the start of the New Avengers 1 where he breaks out all the villains from the Raft, from the Raft, and then he goes out and he goes and decides to try it again, but loses complete sense of his power and just basically kills everyone. I think it's obviously a shameless tie with the movie, but they've just set it up they've actually set it up decent, so it's not that bad. Yeah. And Pete's not really, he hasn't really started tying up any loose ends just yet, except for at Parker Industries, where he's got to get rid of all the Spidey stuff, and all the stuff's going to happen with what's her name, Anna Maria, right? Yeah, all the stuff's going to start happening with her, and everything else is going to fall in place over time. So yeah, I also did pick up the Scotty Young variant. I really wanted the Marcus Martin variant, but my store literally sold out of them. They only put all the variants up for pre-order. Couldn't do any in store. They only put all the variants up for pre-order on their website, and the Marcus Martin ones sold out in like under an hour. And I guess I didn't have too many of them, but yeah, I decided to pick up the Scotty Young one. This is the only Scotty, however you say his name. It's the only baby variant I have, and I have to get it because it's Spider-Man and it's so cute. So yeah, and I've got to say, I did read an article really quick. I'm just dragging on Spider here. I've got more books from this week. I've got more Spider-Man coming up. There was a big thing I read on Bleeding Cool about the paper quality of this issue, not just this variant, but this one itself. And you could see before I picked it up, and it like fell out. Look, like the cover's flimsy as shit. And I read a thing about how a lot of stores were getting really crap ones. Just the paper is crap and they're all damaged. And I actually noticed it before I read the article when I was in the store. I was trying to find one that didn't have a chipped corner. This one has a chipped corner. Every single issue, I think they ordered 1,000 issues at my store. Every single one had a chipped corner. Every single one. This has got a chipped bottom as well. Yeah, you can see it better like that. Yeah, every single one had a chipped corner. And yeah, there was a thing about it that CGC had basically said, there's not going to be any 9.2 or higher of these just because of how crap the paper was. And just, they just screwed a lot of people over, just in general, because a lot of them are unsellable in the stores because they got so ruined. It was lucky that the ones here in Australia even survived the trip over with only those little corner damages, I guess. Well, I heard a lot of things about folded and crumpled covers and whatnot, so yeah. I'll stick with the Spider-Man train and try and go through this one a bit quicker. 1.1. I wasn't going to pick up this series, but I wasn't going to pick it up. But then the little intro got me interested in the back of 1, and I read it and I did actually like it. You know, I probably liked it just as much as 1, and I wasn't expecting to. I really wasn't expecting to like this just as much as issue 1, but I did like it. And man, these advertisements are cool. Like, I know a lot of people probably don't like them, but me, in a marketing sense, I see it and I think this is cool with these whole massive fold-outs, you know? Like, look at that. And the way it kind of carries around with the whole, like, 3 issues of Original Sin with 1, 2, 3, yeah. Anyway, you know, typical kind of adding to the origin of a hero kind of thing, you know, it's the same every time. But I did actually enjoy it a lot. You know, it's probably not going to add that much to Peter himself, but it's an interesting little fun story, so yeah, I definitely recommend it. Original Sin #1, I got this cover because it's so much cooler than the other one. Magik, I don't know why Magik's on the front, is the lead, but she looks so cool, and it's just, I love the art on this cover. It's amazing. I can't remember who did it, but it is really cool. Sorry, that was my phone. Yeah. I've got to say, sorry, I just went on about the cover. Really good. All the stuff with the Avengers is really cool. Actually, you know, this is if it continues as good as this, it'll be actually a good event. You know, they're all like meh, but yeah, I didn't really understand the not really catching on yet as to who this boss is of like Scott Lang. I think it's Scott Lang, Ant-Man, and Gamora, and Winter Soldier, and Moon Knight, and Punisher, and Doctor Strange. I'm a bit confused as to that, and Emma Frost. So yeah, I'm a bit confused with that, but we'll see. Ultimate Spider-Man 1 was really good. It's always really good. Ultimate Spider-Man's always a great read. This was really, really good. And that last page reveal, I won't ruin it for anyone, I'm sorry. But yeah, skip forward if you don't want to hear about it. But Peter Parker, if you're watching this and you want to talk about it, I'll talk about it with you because this is cool. And I'm a little bit confused, and yeah. I know you're the expert on Ultimate Spider-Man, so... New Warriors #4. So, New Warriors #4. Another good issue. I think it wraps the little thing a bit quickly, but I do really like the team, and I do like how they gave Sun-Girl that big thing. You know, all these people with powers, and she's just got the tech, and they gave her, you know, the big moment to save the day, and I thought that was really cool. So yeah, She-Hulk, always good. You know, it's 4 issues in, and I'm loving it. Charles Soule's great. You know, this art's a little bit hit miss for me. I like it, but I don't particularly like how they draw her face sometimes. Like, there's moments where, like, that's not so bad, but then there's moments where it gets like, ugh. You know, it's good though, it's really good. Story-wise, it's good. Going and consulting with Matt Murdock. Iron Fist: Living Weapon 2. You know, I liked the first one to an extent, and I was so keen for this series because it looked so cool. And you know, I liked it, and I thought I'll keep trying. And like, this one is in the same place for me, where it's like in the middle of whether I really want to keep reading it. Like, I like it, but it's not that great. Sorry. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. The big ending was cool. Green Lantern 31. You know, I don't really read much DC at all. As you guys know, it's all Marvel or independent. If I'm reading DC, it's Green Lantern or Batman. And I really like this story, this book. I just really enjoy it. I think it's really cool. It's a change, you know, from all the Marvel that I read. So I really do enjoy this story a lot. these stories a lot, and just like the big eclectic mix of characters and whatnot through it is always fun, and you know the whole intergalactic police force thing with the universe, you know, reveling back is cool. I'm not a massive fan of the whole emotional reservoir thing, but you know, hopefully one day they might get rid of that, somehow retcon it out. I'm not sure. And finally, to end, we shall end on The Wake. And The Wake is fantastic, and always is fantastic. Sorry, I'm playing with my music again. The Wake is fantastic, always is fantastic. The art is always awesome. I think there was only one moment in this that was a bit disjointed, and that was towards the end, where where their captain kind of, you know, let her on. It was just a little bit like, well, how did she get from there to there, kind of thing. But yeah, it's a great read. Anyway, I'm going to finish up. Thanks for watching, guys. Keep looking out for everything I do, and have a good one, and everyone be good. See you later. Bye.